So I just completed 48 hours of fasting. I was considering doing a longer fast. I still might, because, I might not eat the food in the air fryer. Probably going to eat the food in the air fryer, but there's always the possibility that I won't. So 48 hours in, I just did a 30-minute meditation, and that is awesome. So I just been having some sleep trouble. Everything's working fine. Like ultimately, like gut's working fine. I think I just was sleeping so well. I just started kind of like letting my sleep schedule get a little dysregulated, as happens with children in a business and unforeseen things coming up. And I just kind of like let my habits slip. So back on the train, and it just gets easier every time, because every time my body gets more accustomed to sleeping, more accustomed to healthy metabolism, more accustomed to not having insanely stressed out crazy thoughts all the time from not sleeping, and that all just helps. So yeah, just 48-hour fast. Might do another fast next week. Probably gonna eat some ribeye. It's in the air fryer right now. Then eat some more ribeye. Then work on the website a little bit. Then work on the branding a little bit, getting the list of branding stuff we need sorted out. Then rest, then eat some more ribeye, then make sure I'm in bed on time with all the ribeye properly digested by like 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, and then take some melatonin, go to sleep, paracetam tomorrow, maybe throw in another fast at some point, but paracetam, because of the no binders and fillers, fasting. I think that's really like, and then occasional maybe fish eggs, some trace minerals or something. I think the fasting is really important. Trace minerals will probably help a little bit. The rest of my supplement line is very helpful. Probably, um, ultimately, I may just struggle with occasional sleep difficulties for the next year or so while my body adjusts. But it's way better than it was last year, and it's better and better every month. And I feel better and better, and I guess that's like all you can want. So I'm on an upward trajectory, and I'll just continue making sure everything stays on upward trajectory. Refining details, writing it all down in the God engine, recording all that for what I'm going to do in the future, what I'm going to do, what I'm doing now. But this is also just a record. I think my tongue looks fine. This is at least a record of what I'm doing now. Things are good. Things are nice. Smoking weed is really just like, kind of fell into smoking weed again during this last sleep disturbance, and just fasting and meditating. I was like, don't want it. It just makes me tired, and it's very addictive. Like, at least habitually. Like for me, it's very addictive because it kind of it becomes a relief. It becomes this mental relief, whereas like I could get that mental relief from like steam room, meditation, maybe taking like a hot and cold shower, maybe reading a book, um, like just being more deliberate about my day, just accepting that I'm kind of going to be a little whatever right now, and just being like, okay, I'll make sure I get to bed early, doing a fast or something, taking some salt, drinking some water. Instead of, it's like, ooh, weed, and it just ultimately is negative. I mean, it has negative effects on the mitochondria. It's it's kind of similar to nicotine. Not really though. Nicotine's more of a mitochondrial stimulant, but nicotine's addictive in the fact that it stimulates the mitochondria. But weed's much more of like a mitochondrial dampener than nicotine. Nicotine is, but when you've been using weed a lot, weed's metabolic dampening effects become like kind of this metabolic stimulating effect. And then you start feeling like weed, or at least I start feeling, and the research all indicates that this is just a general pattern of the neuroscience of the process, is that it starts feeling like you need the stimulation in order to get the release, and that's ultimately I short circuit that with meditation and fasting, as well as just the sleeping crappy. I just kind of short circuit it, like just fasting, just clears my body up. I still take vitamins when I'm fasting. I still take caffeine when I'm fasting. I still drink green tea when I'm fasting because it makes me feel better when I'm fasting. Like I just don't. Maybe some point I'll do one of those hardcore fasts. I mean, I've done those in the past. Like just nothing. I'll consume only water, and I just don't feel good. So I do it this way. Still get all the benefits, or at least a bunch of benefits. You're going to see this in 3 years. It's going to be like me making a video. I'm like, so 3 years ago, I made a video that you could just drink green tea during a fast and get all the benefits. I was wrong. That's the benefit of continuing to learn, is that I'll probably, but it works though. Like it works better than not doing it. So I'll say that definitively. And I don't feel crappy, and my gut bacteria still dies off in a good way, like bad gut bacteria dying off and good gut bacteria growing, and inflammation clearing out, and brain function normalizing, and sleep normalizing. And slept pretty well last night, like got like 4 or 5 hours. It was pretty good sleep, but I woke up feeling pretty good and then just kind of rested. Did some work on the branding, did some like planning work, did some meditating, did some reading, and just gonna keep on. Just good stuff. I mean, I got like more work I want to do. I mean, this is kind of the frustrating thing, is there's more work for me to do than I feel like I have hours in a day to do it. But like fasting will help, meditating will help. Things are falling into their places. A lot of it's just habits. Like I don't have good habits as like a husband, father, business owner. Like I mean, I do, but they're habits of someone who hasn't been sleeping for the last 18 months. So they're kind of building different habits. Like the last time I was sleeping, gotta go flip my steak, but things are getting better. Yeah, I think I'll just end it here and tune in tomorrow to see how my sleep optimization continues.